Let's watch this video. I'll come back and talk about it.
If Arsenal does not win the league this season, it will be because of Mikel Arteta. I made a video some time ago when I said that Arteta needs to cultivate this seed mentality in his players to know that the entire world is against them. Everybody is waiting for Arsenal to bottle it. And if care is not taken, he will prove people right. That tension, that pressure will get to his players. In the games I've seen Arsenal drop points recently, most recently in that game against Wolves, even in the first leg of the Wolves game, the problem has always been Arteta's game management, his approach to the game. Arteta himself is feeling the pressure, and I think that he's making decisions from a point of pressure, not actually calculation. Because how would you explain a game that you controlled for a large part, especially in the first half, and then all of a sudden you are 2-0 up, and you are suddenly capitulating against a team that is literally the worst team in the league and the second worst team in Premier League history, at least so far. I didn't analyze the game because I did not watch that game live, but looking at it in replay, it's not as if Wolves did anything that changed the game drastically. What I observed was that it was Arsenal basically starting to feel the pressure in the dying moments of the game. Of course, if you are 2-0 up and you are playing against a team away, at some point, the team will have to throw something forward, try to have a go at the game, try to get something in. That is normal. Wolves tried to do that, but it was the way Arsenal handled that pressure in the dying embers of the game. It happened in the first leg of the Wolves game as well. And we are getting into the run-in of the season. We're getting into the critical part of the title race. I don't know what will happen with the Man City Newcastle game tomorrow. If Man City eventually closes that gap to 2 points tomorrow, then it will be the peak of the pressure because we know what Man City and Guardiola can do in these last 10 matches or 11 matches of the season. So the pressure is only going to pile up. Arteta has to find a way to deal with that pressure. He must deal with the pressure. You can't capitulate in games. You can't. You can't score a goal in a game that you are controlling and then try to play conservatively, try to defend a one-goal lead. It is always dangerous. There are ways of controlling the game without going back to defend. And until Arteta learns to incorporate that into his game, I'm afraid he's going to have some issues with this Arsenal team and this title race. But in all, I still back Arsenal to win the title. Don't get me wrong. I still 100% back Arsenal to win the title. Can't be delusional. It's fine. But I am just basing it on the fact that even Man City themselves are not infallible. This is not the Man City of 2 seasons ago. They have serious issues in that Man City squad as well. And then looking at just comparing the teams that they are going to face in the last 10 matches of the season, I think Arsenal has slightly the upper hand over Man City. But again, it's just my thoughts. It's just my...
So now let me make one thing clear. Right? Arsenal fans. Most times we are very quick, to condemn anyone who sees an ill about something and speaks against it. We have lost, when we were supposed to build a strong mentality for Arsenal, we lost it in the later years of Arsene Wenger, when they started selling off our key players, our strong players that were winning us title, in a bid to build Emirates Stadium. We lost it. And at a point, settling for less, settling for mediocrity became like a norm. And people who were born from that period till today are still living with that kind of mediocre mindset. Now, for some people that will say, now that the team is struggling, support the team. This is not the time to divide the team. Let me ask you, what have we been doing since? Mikel Arteta has stayed for 6 years. People have backed him. I shouted that we should sack Arteta last season, at the end of last season, that we should sack him. But then the board thought it wise that buying players and giving him the right tools to go on and chase the league is what was needed. Again, the season started, we backed the team. We supported the team. But then, this is happening far too often and far too frequent. When we drew against Sunderland, I said that at that point, I couldn't say much because this team has tried. So that would be a one-off. In that game against Liverpool at Anfield, Arteta was scared. In fact, it demonstrated clearly the kind of manager Arteta was. But then we overlooked it and said the season was just starting. Let's back him. We backed him. Against Man City, he went there to defend. Obviously, against a Manchester City team that came to Emirates with the mindset to defend. A Mourinho at his prime and Alex Ferguson at their prime, immediately they saw Guardiola was defending, would have changed their tactics, removed one either of Merino or Zubimendi to put in an attacking player and go out for it. Have the killer instinct to finish people off when they're down. But Arteta doesn't have that. Again, we came back since the turn of this year. In fact, starting from I think around October when we went to Chelsea. Chelsea with 10 men from 38 minutes, Arsenal couldn't beat. Arteta was even defending. Chelsea with 10 men scored 1 goal, and we are looking like the better team. We forgave, and we still supported our team. Then we started dropping points, sloppy points here and there. Drew against Nottingham Forest, against Brentford, and then against Wolves. And people are still saying, support your team, back the team. Back the team. Can the team not even support the fans? The fans that give their all, that travel with the team, come rain, shine, come snow, they are with the team, traveling, singing, backing this team. What are the fans going to get back from these players? The players are the ones that are earning money. The manager is earning his top 4 earners of managers across the world for achieving what exactly? And people are still saying, support the team. What then is going to be the benefit of the fans that have been supporting this team? Do the fans not deserve some happiness as well? At this point, the team has to perform for the fans to come back on side. Any fan that is disgruntled, that doesn't want to support, is right to do so. The team has to go out against Tottenham and prove that they want the fans on side. Arteta has to show that he has the balls, that he has the courage, that he has the mind, that he's capable of leading a team for the fans to come back on side. Don't just tell the fans to come back on side as if they don't have their own emotions, they don't have the right to react when things go wrong. No, they have been patient for a long time. We have tried. So anybody demanding that, oh, get behind the team, okay, the team needs to get behind the fans right now. That's all we need. I know a lot of you will still come on my comment section and bash me. Of course, it's no longer new to me. But mine is to speak what I see and say it exactly how I see it. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care how you... If you think that, oh, I'm not a true supporter, that's your opinion. I cannot fault it. But I'm saying it exactly the way I see it.